Hey everyone, welcome back to Ripped MTG, where we try to buy cheap sealed Magic product, open it, sell the cards, and use the money to pay off my student loans. So last week we did a financial recap. We had a great week of paying off student loans because we sold a bunch of good cards from Iconic Masters. Had almost $200 to pay off. It was awesome. So this week I'm going to do another box opening. I'm going to work through that Guilds of Ravnica case I still have and see what we can get. This set has changed quite a bit since the last time I opened it. There were a lot of high value cards before, and now it's kind of settled into, hey, here's the dominant ones and here's the ones that didn't really take off in any formats. So Arclight Phoenix is still holding the top Mythic. I think we talked about that last time I opened this box, and it's sitting at 27. It was probably at like 20 last time we talked about, so that's gone up in price and just has remained the dominant card in the set. Doom Whisperer has dropped quite a bit, down to 15. Still like a pretty good price for a Mythic that doesn't see like a ton of play as far as I can tell. Has a powerful effect, and I think it's just a desirable card overall. Commander really likes it too, so it's holding that $15 value pretty good. And then Assassin's Trophy has dropped from kind of that 20 down to 13, so still holding some decent amount of value there. Not bad. And then of course we have the Shocklands. Those ones are all up there, 11, 9, 8. Actually doing better than I thought. I mean, with Shocklands and Return to Ravnica, I kind of figured these would be more around like that $5 price. And we do have some like Temple Garden and Overgrown Tomb aren't like kind of around that $5 price. But Sacred Foundry, Watergrave, and Steam Vents are all up there. And I think it's just standard demand needs them, so they're there. So that's good. I'm glad that they've held that for now at least. And then Aurelia, Vraska, kind of in this mid-range price. March of the Multitudes, Ral, and Niv-Mizzet has gone up a little bit. But more interestingly, there's like a lot of cards that have just really tapered off. Runaway Steamkin, which was like a $10 card, is now only like 3. Experimental Frenzy was almost $10 probably at one point. That's down to 3. Geez, let's see. Like Pellet Collector, for example, was up there for a while. Mission Briefing was, $5, $6 for a while. And those have really tapered off into just kind of support rares in this box. I'm going to need multiple of them to sell them at all. So those ones have kind of dropped off. Either demand is being met or they just aren't seeing a lot of play. And we've got kind of our, kings of the set up here still, most of it being Shocklands, and that's why I still like opening these, because Shocklands are always good value. They always sell pretty quickly, and they're only rares, so it's easy to pull them. So with that, I'm going to go right into this box opening. We know what we're looking for now. I'll do a quick little recap when we're done to talk about what we get. Enjoy. Okay, so that was a pretty average box, but it was kind of unfortunate in that sense. We got like 5 mythics. That was cool getting 5 mythics, but most of them were just not worth anything. But we did get Arclight Phoenix, so it was like we got the top mythic, top card in the set. That's awesome. And then we got Vraska, $7 card, and then the other mythics just kind of like they weren't really doing much. Nullhide Ferox, sure, whatever. But other than that, really not that cool. We did hit Assassin's Trophies, so I can't complain about that either. And we did get a handful of Shocklands, including Sacred Foundry, Overgrown Tomb, Temple Garden. So the 3 slightly weaker ones, but obviously not bad. Still definitely sellable. We did get like the cards over. We got a Risk Factor, that was fine, but we get like a Knight of Autumn and some of these cards that just aren't, like a Pelt Collector and the Mission Briefing. There's stuff that's not worth as much anymore. I think I have a bunch of Mission Briefings now, and I'm gonna try and sell those as a group. But yeah, like not a ton of value. What was most disappointing about this, but also exciting about this, was we got our foil mythic. So I've complained forever on this channel about not ever pulling a foil mythic despite opening like sealed cases of Magic product before, and we finally got one. So this case did have it. It was Mnemonic Betrayal. So it was a pretty boring, lame foil mythic. It's a cool commander card, I guess, and that's like where the demand's gonna be for it. And hey, like, even though it's like a less than $1 mythic, or basically like $1 mythic, the foil's still worth like $6-7. So that's the cool thing about foil mythics, is even if you get a bad one, at least you can usually sell them for value, just because they are that rare, and if someone wants them, they'll pay it. So still $6 or $7, kind of sad for our first foil mythic, but we did get the first foil mythic on the channel, opened on camera, so that's great. Hopefully there's a lot more after that one that are a little bit better. So that was cool. But the disappointing thing was, even after getting like an Arclight Phoenix and a foil mythic, we barely kind of like broke even on this. Like we barely got over $80 on this box, and that just didn't seem that good. Especially after getting like an Arclight Phoenix, Assassin's Trophy, and a few Shocklands, and a foil mythic. Like it just didn't seem like it was all there. So a little bit disappointing in that sense. I'm not sure if boxes are going to get much better than that. That's fine. Like, I'm hoping just kind of break even on these anyway. I profited on the first few we opened, and that's okay. And with a new set coming out, like we already kind of have to talk about Ravnica Allegiance coming out soon, and that can adjust these prices a lot. So we might see cards that are much more important. If Azorius becomes a super good deck, maybe Mission Briefing becomes popular or something like that. So this set's kind of in that lull, and then I think as the other sets come out, some of these might drop, but some of them also might go up. So this box might have better value later. I was just a little disappointed right off the bat for getting like best mythic, super good rare, and foil mythic, and it still was like barely over $80. So kind of a bummer. There's a lot of just dead rares in this set right now. But no, it was a cool box to open. I'm really excited we got our first foil mythic. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it. I'll probably do a financial recap next week. I should have a decent amount to pay off. I've been selling cards this week like crazy for on eBay, because there was a 15% off sale, and then I think an additional 10% off sale like last week and stuff. So I've sold a lot of cards since then, and we should have a good financial recap to make a good payment next week. So everyone else, have a great week.